The Spatial Report on the Global Assessment of Drought in 2021, released by the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, pointed out that at least 1.5 billion people around the world have been directly affected by drought in this century, and the cumulative economic losses are about 124 billion US dollars. So what is drought and what will the impact of drought be? Drought generally refers to insufficient soil moisture and the crops, resulting in food problems and even famines. At the same time, humans and animals can also die due to lack of enough drinking water.
Drought is spreading the world. Without drought only exists in Africa, but in fact, it is spreading all over the world. The drought in USA. In the western United States, water flow along the Colorado River has decreased by about 20% in severe areas since the 2002 drought, due to the Earth's hot climate and reduced spring snow melt. The western United States, and in the mountainous areas of the western United States, snowpack is severely lacking, with some areas at 16 to 18% of normal, and in severe areas even less than 15%. Australia. There is Australia. In Australia, the rainfall in July this year was only 9.8 mm, compared to the average of 96.6 mm in previous years, a difference of almost 10 times, due to the extreme climate caused by the global warming and either drought or heavy rainfall in Australia. Australia's weight. Australia, also the world's fourth largest wheat exporter, has what could be the lowest yielding season in the last 10 years since last September, with low wheat harvest due to frequent droughts and heavy rainfall damage.
How we can do to prevent drought? I think we can refer to Singapore. Singapore have to prevent water shortage as well as Taiwan. However, Singapore government had long since tried to solve this problem. Until now, they can be virtually self-sufficient. Singapore government built the first water purification plants collecting water since 1990s. It supplies 40% of water nowadays. Furthermore, Singapore built four desalination plants in 2005. About 30% of water are provided by it today. Here is a timeline for a reference. So what we can do after we saw this successful example, here are my suggestions. At government level, they can implement the tree planting policy. The tree root can help soil. It will help a lot to combat desertification. Also, we can choose to plant drought-resistant trees like eastern western, burr oak, Kentucky coffee tree, etc. Another policy that government can pursue is water recycling. For example, rainwater harvesting and water reclamation process. It works to increase water storage. The government also can raise the prices of water, then people will save water if they want to save money. Furthermore, the government can regularly inspect the water price. That help to prevent water leakage. At personal level, there are many ways to save water. For us, it's simple and easy. We can take shorter shower, turn off the water while brushing your teeth, etc. The change that we can do is small, but what if a whole country of people do the same thing? I believe that Taiwan will become the next Singapore one day.
Mami Mizutoli, Special Representative of the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, pointed out drought is about to become the next pandemic and there is no vaccine to fight. It is estimated that 55 million people worldwide are affected by drought every year. Drought threatens people's livelihoods and increases the risk of disease and death. Water shortage affects 40% of the world's population. By 2030, up to 700 million people will be at risk of displacement due to drought. The impact of drought on the world is so huge that it can't be solved overnight. For a better future, everyone should contribute to solving this problem. We should do our best and responsibilities to protect water resources so that we can reduce the occurrence of drought.